что ж, тогда пешкадравом. Господи, сраная олень меня напугал. Пушки леса повернул на север к горе, по дороге увиделся в соседних кустах моста, за ним сундук. Пошли проверим. Север, горы, на опушке леса. Ничего, тут будет какой-то босс-файт. Скорее всего, да. Ну, погнали. Опа, не сюда. С этими медведями драться. Да. $672. Есть для меня зелья, можно? Отлично. Тут мы еще не были. Йоу, как много всего. Пойдем налево. Что это за листики? За листиками был грибочек. Тут сразу лагерь, да? Да, я понимаю, то что надо. Сразу опа, лагерь. Хорошо, дальше. Идем в их деревню. Горячие источники. мастеру, да. Ага, еще один лагерь. Скинем сюда легендарные шмотки. Прикольно. И себя немножко прокачаем. Отлично. Характеристики. Ловкость, сила воли. Запас магии увеличивает. Да? Хорошо. Идем дальше. Не доебутся? Нет? Прикольно. Ой, камень силы, сюда его. Отлично, навык. Поехали. Сейчас мы тебя ограбим сначала, друг. Я до сих пор в алхимика.
What are you doing here, and I say? Your kind are not welcome in my village.
What can you tell me about your...
Why would I talk? All you need to know is they are our friends and our companions.
I see.
Anything...
Ulan, the king of Vignamri, wants to establish a trade agreement and sign a peace treaty with the governor of Hikmet.
This sounds like something he would do. All he ever thinks about is picking up the crumbs left behind by the Renaigse. All of that in hope of breathing new life into his village, while insulting the memory of the deceased men and women who lived there.
Hikmet's emissary will only sign if their merchants can move freely and in peace. They want to meet you.
I am not like him. I am a Donea Exregao, a proud man, not a slug. The Renaigse cannot be trusted. They are deceitful and only seek to trap us.
The Donea Exregao I have met were fearless, and yet you are running away from a mere meeting. By refusing to negotiate, you are only showing weakness, nothing else.
Not Freddy. The worst part is that you are right. I cannot refuse this meeting without appearing weak. Fine. I will meet Ulan and his emissary. But I will not go to his village. Tell them to find me at Landristel. I will be there in a few hours.
I will tell them right away. Thank you, Mordu.
You really know how to talk to people. I never thought you would be able to convince Mordun. His anger towards the Renaigse is so strong.
Так бывает. Поехали. Как тут у нас дела со стримом, все нормально вроде. Все хорошо, погнали дальше. Даже немножко увеличить громкость тут. Это может быть ловушка, кстати. Всем пизды даст. С армией туда придет.
Mordun is willing to meet you at Lanristel to sign a peace treaty.
You really are an accomplished negotiator and diplomat, Your Excellency.
I knew you would succeed. Thanks to you, the whole region will be at peace.
Do you know where this place is, Ulan?
Of course. In our language, Lanristel means Glade of Promises. It is a sacred place, one whose peacefulness must be respected. It
А может
bodes
и нет.
well.
In that case, we should go there at once.
Yes, come back to see me soon. And if luck is off...
Ulan is acting strangely. I do not trust him.
We should go to Lanristel to make sure we're not being tricked.
And if we want to see this encounter,
А это то место, где мы сейчас были. Там, где должен быть босс-файт, там, где я говорю. Вот он там будет. Переговоры через 5 часов или прямо сейчас? Офигеть.
Mordun is being attacked. Let's go and rescue him.
Adloredar, thank you for coming. You saved me. That accursed Ulan. I should have known he would betray us both. My men are dead, and now I am injured. He achieved exactly what he wanted in the end. I will have to join another clan if I do not want my whole village to suffer the consequences of my defeat.
I'm sorry, Mordun. I really am.
You were deceived, just like I was. Sometimes, among the stones, there can be snakes. Farewell, on Almanawi. And do not let yourself be betrayed again.
Это место нельзя беспокоить, да, он сказал? Сейчас он получит пиздюлей. Иди сюда, мой сахарочек.
Traitor! This meeting was meant to establish peace, and yet you have exclusively sent armed men.
Mordoon was a Denea ex-regao. He would have never accepted an agreement with the Renaig Say. He would have endlessly attacked our merchants and our allies' caravans. We had to protect ourselves if we were to make these exchanges possible. So we did.
By lying and manipulating me.
I am sorry, but I was unsure that you would agree to help us if I told you the truth. I understand your anger, but keep in mind that we are now at peace, thanks to you. You are now a Karans of Ignamri, and should you seek it, you will always have our assistance. Anything else?
Nothing. I must go.
Ясно. Гандоша. Костик, что ты, болеешь?
My dear cousin, come closer and tell me what brings you.
I've been to the neighboring cities as you asked of me.
Tell me then, was your journey adventurous?
Well, I was able to gain audience with the governors, give them your regards, and glean some information.
I would not have allowed anything bad to happen to him, Your Highness. Oh, it's just us here, Kurt. Why not continue to call me by my given name? Carry on with your story, cousin. I'm impatient to know what secrets our illustrious neighbors have discovered.
The Bridge Alliance believes that a remedy could possibly be found by studying the local flora. They are quite motivated, but their research expedition has gone missing and there is no sign of life. And since they themselves are under constant attack, they cannot spare a rescue party to investigate. The Mother Cardinal, in her opinion, believes the Malachor to be a result of a curse.
A curse cast by a demon. An evil creature worshipped by a cult of island natives. If you would allow me to second the request of our Mother Cardinal, we are in dire need of your help. Our inquisitors are hardly diplomats and... But I should let you finish, my son.
They have started their investigations in a village where strange events have been taking place, but they're unable to get to the bottom of it. The population keeps its secrets, and Taleme hopes that we might help them learn more about the cult.
This is all extremely interesting. You have lived up to my expectations, as always. That said, we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place. The bridge is already in open conflict with the island natives. Taleme and their inquisitors... We're going to have to tread on eggshells, but let's follow all the clues to their mysteries. We need to help them continue their investigations. Perhaps one will lead us to something useful. I don't have a lot of men, as well you know, and since I only trust you among them, take Kurt and any others that seem useful. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
If you would allow me, Your Highness, I would be honored to assist your cousin on his investigation.
Very well, then. You could start by indicating the precise location of your nasty village.
Of course, Your Highness.
А теперь мы будем
I should have thought of
отношения
that
с ним,
sooner.
да?
Allow me to mark the location on your
Слушай.
map, my son.
Thank you. Have no fear, Constantine. I will take care of all matters at hand.
I've been thinking about this story of the ruins, about the secret of my father. I want to discover what he is hiding. This question also concerns you. You look too much like a native for that to be a coincidence. Since we cannot bombard my father with questions, others here must give us the answers we require. The congregation, even in the past, could not have made it to this island without help. We are pitiful sailors.
You're thinking of us. But I assure you that I know nothing of this story.
You are perhaps simply not aware, but your admiral stationed at the captainry surely is. Go and find her, cousin. Try to learn the final chapter of this story.
Very well.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now.
Look out for yourself.
Greenblood, my friend. My contacts have spoken. I was able to discover the location of this infamous Phantom training camp.
Do you still think they should be held accountable?
More than ever. You know that I recruited Rayner. I want to know what kind of hornet's nest I led him into. I want to know what... But I fear if I go alone, I might not be... I need the help of my...
How can I refuse such a...
Куртера. Отлично.
Glad to see you, my friend. Can I do anything for...
I must leave you.
Ah, my child, I'm happy that you are here.
Please do.
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. She is... I fear that your cousin might be a little defenseless when dealing with her, and would like...
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only a matter of form. If we had the means to action more personal leverage...
How could we ever find anything of...
Everyone has nasty little secrets, my child.
It is a very good idea, but allow...
I understand.
I'll see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
Так, начнем сначала. Посмотрим. Древняя тайна. Адмирал. Найти лагерь научной экспедиции. Строится в деревне, о которой говорил Петрус. Пороки предстоятельницы. Окей. Начало среди призраков. Сказать на карте. Давай тогда Петруса сразу с собой возьмем.
Have you considered?
It is a very good...
I understand.
I'll see you later.
Take care.
Так, отомстим за пацана. Для начала. Ты уже здесь? Так. F5. Смотрим, куда нам надо. Нам теперь сюда. Начнем с этого. Сюда его. Так, волчар позорных обошли. Что у нас здесь? Ага. Лагерь. Нет, мне интересно, что это. Идем. Есть ярость.
Things are about to get dicey.
лагерь это наш лагерь, который мы можем поставить, правильно? Странно, что он здесь. Внутри всех этих пещер. Смысл такого лагеря я, конечно, не понимаю. Но ничего, разберемся. А, тут можно было и так обойти. Ну ничего. Хорошо, идем. О. Что, будете со мной говорить, нет? Пошел процессинг.
I was informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
Do you two know each other?
We train together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. A very long time.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here, my old comrade? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us?
My name is Desadeh. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Bishop Petrus. May the enlightened guide you.
These people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guards' business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret? Even from your comrades in the guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I've never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
Okay,
this is a huge camp for such a secret location. How is it organized?
The main building is reserved for officers and the wounded. The front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat training. But most exercises take place outside.
Impressive. And how do you manage recruitment?
Only the best come here. Those who have combat experience. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and trained by a lieutenant. But you already know all of this, Kurt. It must bring back memories.
Yes.
Will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercises take place in the field to get the men used to it. The natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of an advantage as their magic. But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructors.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh. I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbor.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point in lying to you anymore. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable, but these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. to ask them about Raina.
You've become a real sap. Fine. But try not to disrupt the day's schedule too much. Goodbye.
I'm sorry. I couldn't contain my anger.
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have let us investigate otherwise.
Lieutenant,
Respectfully, Captain.
here is my friend, the legate of the...
At your orders.
How do the various squadrons in this camp differ from one another?
The recruits I train are intended to carry out more subtle actions.
Really? What kind?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with assassins, rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the setting.
Вот так вот.
What kind of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline and to outdo themselves.
You mean to blindly follow orders, even to their death?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyze situations.
How did you become an instructor?
I have led numerous squadrons before. I worked with Captain Rolfe in the past. And when I arrived on the...
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Kurt, don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is a governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities, but enough...
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Raina, a recruit who...
That name doesn't sound familiar.
The other lieutenant's squadron.
Yes. I'm sorry. Haven't been...
He died. His body was thrown...
I guess it was one of your recruits.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick.
Lieutenant,
Captain.
my friend
Captain.
here would like to learn more about this camp.
Can you tell us about your squad?
The recruits who come here are the best. And in my squadron, they get even better. I don't know what else to tell you. They're disciplined, rigorous, and effective. Exactly what you'd expect from the best.
What kind of training takes...
Combat in natural settings.
I'm very curious about how you train against the magic.
Now these are complex, secret maneuvers.
That's a pity.
I heard the recruit Raina trained here. What can...
Oh, he was a good one.
So we've heard. Your cap...
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Raina fell to his death in a...
He fell?
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happened. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on. We're gonna go talk to...
I hope that it won't take too long.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here?
Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease.
Me? At your order.
You look exhausted. Is training...
It's difficult at first, but you get through.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop?
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling.
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadron's captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you...
Yes, of course. But he's not part...
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say. Raina left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's not...
Sorry, mate, but that's not...
I don't know...
Thank you.
Thank you, sire. Captain?
Good heavens. I feel like a bogeyman.
These recruits are clearly scared to let any information slip.
It's as if their life depended on it.
Как отсюда подняться? А, здесь. Окей. Бред, почему прыжка нету? Как мне спуститься к этим дебилам?
Soldier,
We'd like to...
Is this well?
You're very...
You stand with... We should leave...
Your name's...
Wilhelm.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
This recruit, Wilhelm, in spite of himself, led on more than the others.
His resentment is clear.
Hello, soldier.
Captain! We need...
Of course.
How would you...
No.
What's it, Lyric? Do you trust...
We're like fine. You've sure got...
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that
No. Of course.
That's strange. I was told...
If you don't mind, I'd like to get...
He seems...
No. It's not that.
Very well.
Excellence.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go.
Are
you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some...
As you like.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry, Kurt will...
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make...
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we... What's really going on here? We know...
This is supposed to be a training camp for the guards. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. That's what we're told every day.
Tell me about the training you
It's more torture. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and they even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down.
It reminds me of the Ordo Luminis's interrogation methods. The poor buggers end up admitting to anything at all, accepting the unacceptable.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile. What they teach us would be more useful.
As for Rainer, do you...
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them. If we refuse, we too become the target. If you're looking to punish Rainer's murderer, you can start with me. We all have...
Thank you for telling us all of this.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed.
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
Thank you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain?
I've seen everything I needed to see.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Kurt, Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They're humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Rainer wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes. But he told me it's not really training. That recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death. I know.
You knew about this kind of training?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks, Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused to open for me.
These people's methods are despicable, but we can't just... Innocent people could get hurt.
Let's wait for night. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search...
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose them.
Это типа темнота. Ну, типа да.
Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
Приказ о проведении ночного муж. Сильно получен данный приказ явиться ночному муж трудового Вильгельма. Явка обязательно. Сбор будет проводиться в 10 на лесной тропе к северу от лагеря. Пизда Вильгельму. Ключи от комнаты пыток. Капитан Рой, благодарю за преданную работу. Вы прекрасно справляетесь. Некоторые из ваших различных бранцев уже остальные позиции. Как мы планируем, майор Герман сообщает о потерях, но они не повлияют на наши планы.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order. It says that the recruits trained here have been assigned, and yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing. The conclusion of the letter also tossed. So it seems.
He's gone too far.
А где они все сами? Вот еще ключи какие-то. Теперь в подвал. Ну, нету тут скрытность. Да, никого тут нету в казармах. А они все на муштру пошли, да?
Locked.
Клетка.
This room. What could have happened in here?
I know the smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
The Ordo Luminis would surely envy such a place.
Капитан, согласно журналу, проверили подготовку новобранцев. Некоторые из них плохо приносили недосыпание, поэтому их отправили в черную комнату в целях тренировки. Потеряли одного солдата, но остальным это пошло на пользу. Они вышли немного ослабшие, зато дисциплина значительно улучшилась.
This document explains a lot. Raina shows up on this list more than once.
Those who resist too much.
Kurt. Wilhelm.
These monsters want to make him pay for the help he gave us.
We can't let them kill him.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If this boy dies because of us...
Ну и отдадим этого пацана Константину. Да куда ты заходишь? Господи. Пушка управления дебильная.
I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
These children are victims, yes. But they are armed victims. Are you sure they'll spare us?
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
It's blocked.
It's blocked.
Можно пройти как-то тут.
Kurt, you're so predictable.
I knew you were a bastard, but I didn't think you'd be part of this disgrace.
Have fun, soldiers! The traitors must die!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We surrendered without resistance, to avoid a fight, and to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey.
Enough! To arms! Attack!
All this bullying and humiliation is only intended to turn you into weapons, not soldiers. And when a weapon is no longer needed, its owner throws it away rather than risk injury. That's why Raina was disposed of.
Being a soldier doesn't mean being a puppet. Put your weapons down.
They're right, mates. I don't want to end up in the harbor.
What do you think, soldier? You think we can trust them?
It's over, Lieutenant. These recruits won't do your dirty work for you anymore.
You're finally here.
Sorry, Captain. The boy resisted longer than planned.
You were spared the shame of seeing how far your comrades have fallen.
What happened?
They surrendered, like the weaklings they are.
That should make the next night training sessions interesting.
What have you done with Wilhelm?
He received the punishment for traitors and insurgents, like Raina before him.
Kurt, I'm terribly sorry. We should have...
saved him first. We're responsible for his death.
By the enlightened, Kurt. Don't let your guilt blind you when the boy's murderers stand before you.
You're right.
Recruits! Attack!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Древний клеймор. Нехило.
Will you be all right, Kurt?
Yes. Yes. You! Take care of the camp.
It will be an honor, Captain!
You'll stay here for now. I'll send men.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? She already held the commander at a distance. He would have sacked her.
There's no use...
Sieglinder, I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp, where elite soldiers are trained through terror, humiliation, and torture.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one. It is designed to create a regiment of assassins.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was wrong, but I never would have thought it'd go that far.
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it, even encouraged it.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading us astray from the ideals of the Guard, and that we would pay the price for it.
Yes. At the time, I told you you were exaggerating. That he had his reasons.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder. And reveal the commander's project to the governor of the congregation.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long time ago.
I know. I feel so stupid for not having understood Torsten's scheme until now.
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt. And too many loyalties are sometimes hard to reconcile. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to make him pay for it.
Believe me, he won't get away with it.
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I...
Green blood, my friend. Do you need some?
I must leave you.